Hello War of the Visions fans, I'm Jackie Fox, and today I want to talk about getting a lot of Transcendent MINDSPHERES and how you can build up a store like I have here, because I just did a lot of the tricks I'm going to be showing you over the video. In fact, I did them too much. I should have saved some of these currencies to really show you more of me buying them in this video, but I'll show you how I got all of these things. And right now we're just going to get hundreds of them. So for people who've been playing for a while, this is going to be a really helpful video because it's going to tell you how to spend some currencies that really there are no other good options for, and maybe you haven't thought about like this before. Things you're probably drowning in. This will make them very useful for your account and be able to cash in some long accumulating currencies. For people who haven't been playing for as long, a lot of this stuff is in the finer mechanics of the game, and we haven't talked about it in a long time. Like, some of these features might have been talked about when they first came out, but it's not that people talk about them regularly, and some of them were even new to me. I ran into one of these methods on Reddit. I saw a couple people mention it, and I was like, I should try that and see how well that actually works. And wouldn't you know it, that strategy actually fed into the rest of the things that I'm going to be talking about today in a pretty glorious way. So first, we're going to trade in for 207 MINDSPHERES. That's enough to take any unit up 10 reincarnations. Not the biggest haul ever, but I've burned through a lot of these resources building up characters, so this is kind of the dregs. First thing we're going to do is spend some gil. We're going to be spending this 10 million at a time for 7 one shard or other thing summons. We're not going to do that many of these, but I want you to see we're getting like 10 and 7 of the rainbows, but more specifically, we're getting a lot of MR, we're getting a lot of gold, we're getting a lot of basically useless stuff here, or so it would seem, but never fear, we'll find a way to convert that into something useful soon. All of it, every single bit of it. And this pull, while it's not very exciting at all, and kind of boring to go through multiple times, is a really good way to spend enormous amounts of viz, accumulating just a lot of stuff. It's also a good place to get EXP cubes of certain types, prisms at the very least for awakening your characters, filling out your vision cards, filling out some of your units, especially your more common units if you're still building them up. This should help quite a bit. Like if you're trying to get people to 120 so that you can utilize some of the methods I talked about, which are going to be utilized here for my bells video. This is going to help with all of that, and this summon, again, while being kind of boring, it just gives you a lot of stuff to work with. And now I'm going to show you how to optimize using that stuff to get a lot of Transcendent MINDSPHERES, at least if I'm done pulling. Am I done pulling yet? Yes, I am finally sick of pulling. So let's go over to the MOG shop and see how we can spend some of these resources. First thing I want to point out is, while you're working your way down, you might as well pick up some of the UR unit shards. If you already have these characters up to level 90 or 120, you can transfer all of those that we just got there, which is 3 characters, 10 shards each, 30 shards total, another 40 here. Those 70 total will trade for 14 MINDSPHERES, and you can pick those up every day. Also, their units trade for 8, so every month you can pick up their units. So for MINDSPHERES, for the UR stuff, those are really useful, but MR and below, you're probably not really using these. So what you could do is take a character that you've leveled up to 120 and just dump resources into them. I mean, dump resources into them. Cannot make it clear how much you are just slamming your resources into them. There's very rarely things that you want to buy out of these. I am conserving a little bit just because. I don't really need these, I'm just kind of showing you for the video, but you could probably burn through most, if not all of these, because unfortunately these characters are very, very, very rarely useful. But if potentially some new unit like Slime came out, you might want some of these resources. I don't know. Are the chances of that good? No. You can basically spend them all. Unless you intend to maybe awaken some of these characters. Maybe there's some awakening materials you want. So let's return and see what kind of spoils we have gained just from that little bit of farming. We spent a little bit of gil. We traded in some resources. Oh, a lot of Hellspheres. So let's see what that gets us. And I'm still going to save some of these just in case I want to awaken any of these. I'm really spending the extra MINDSPHERES. Because, like, if I wanted to use one of these, maybe I'd give them 10 reincarnations. Maybe. Probably not. But in some niche case, maybe I'd want to. So I save a little bit for them. And there's also a lot of characters who just don't have that many. But, like, Zisa, I'm getting these every day. Medina, I'm getting these every day. Mashari, every day. Maybe not Frederica, but I doubt I'll use her. I could probably trade those two. And I think the Wartha might be the end of this, but yeah, now we're getting into limited stuff, so that seems good. That's another 36. I mean, it's not a lot, but it's pretty good for one day. It's basically 2 more reincarnations for your limited character. It's not bad. I hope you learned something here, and if you did, be sure to like and subscribe. Also, check out the link in the description for more ways to support the Jackie Fox Media Empire. And with all that being said, I'll see you in the next one.